Daily Horoscope Analysis for Gemini, April 9, 2025. Hello, curious Gemini. Today's cosmic configuration brings particularly stimulating energy to your already active mind. As we dive into the astrological influences affecting you on this spring day in 2025, prepare for a day of heightened communication and unexpected opportunities. With Mercury, your ruling planet, positioned in fiery Aries, your thoughts and words are infused with extra initiative and boldness. This is not your typical day. Your already quick mind is operating at an even faster pace, making this an exceptional time for brainstorming, pitching ideas, or having those important conversations you've been postponing. The words seem to flow effortlessly from your mind to your lips, and people are more inclined to listen to what you have to say. By mid-April 2025, we find the Sun continuing its journey through Aries, creating a supportive sextile to your Gemini energy. This solar influence adds confidence to your natural expressiveness and helps you shine in group situations without overwhelming your adaptable nature. You may notice yourself taking more leadership in conversations or being asked for your opinion more frequently today. The Moon transits practical Virgo on April 9th, creating an interesting dynamic with your airy Gemini energy. This lunar position brings analytical precision to your emotional landscape, allowing you to organize not just your thoughts, which comes naturally to you, but also your feelings, which can sometimes scatter in multiple directions. This makes today particularly valuable for emotional problem-solving and heart-to-heart conversations where clarity is essential. Looking at the major planetary influences, Jupiter is currently blessing your sign in 2025, amplifying your natural Gemini traits and bringing expansion to your personal projects and possibilities. This beneficial placement increases your luck and magnifies your gifts of communication and adaptability. You might find doors opening more easily, especially in areas related to education, publishing, travel, or anything involving the exchange of ideas. Meanwhile, Saturn in Pisces forms a challenging square to your Gemini energy, creating a productive tension between your intellectual approach and the need for spiritual discipline. This aspect asks you to bring structure to your imaginative pursuits and practical application to your inspired ideas. Venus, positioned in Taurus during this period, brings an interesting energy to your social and romantic life. You might feel pulled between your natural quickness and a newfound desire for stability and substantive connections. In relationships, superficial exchanges may suddenly seem less satisfying than deeper conversations and reliable commitments. This is unusual for your typically light-hearted sign, but reflects the maturing influence of the current planetary alignment. Mars in Cáncer forms a challenging square to your Gemini energy on this date, potentially creating tension between your intellectual approach to problems and more emotional, protective impulses emerging from within. You might feel unusually defensive about your ideas or experience internal conflict about how to proceed with personal matters. Be mindful of this energy manifesting as irritability or impatience, particularly with family members or close friends. In your professional life, April 9th strongly supports networking, multitasking, and presentations, all areas where Geminis naturally excel. With Mercury in Aries, you'll find it easier to take initiative on work projects and advocate for your ideas with conviction. Consider using today's energy for important pitches, job applications, or business negotiations. Jupiter's presence in your sign suggests possible career expansion through learning opportunities or international connections. Your health deserves special attention today, as the Virgo moon highlights the connection between mental stress and physical well-being. Gemini rules the shoulders, arms, lungs, and nervous system, all areas that might feel the impact of any tension you're carrying. Breathing exercises would be particularly beneficial, as would any activity that engages both your body and mind, like dance or racket sports. Jupiter in Gemini increases your energy levels, but could also tempt you to overextend yourself. Remember that even your vibrant energy has limits. Financially, Uranus in Taurus continues to bring unexpected developments to your resource sector. April 9th might reveal a new perspective on money matters or present a surprise opportunity. However, with Mercury in impulsive Aries, be cautious about making hasty financial decisions. Today favors financial communications, perhaps negotiating terms, discussing shared resources, or consulting with advisors about investment strategies. Your social magnetism is particularly strong today, with Jupiter amplifying your natural Gemini charm. You'll likely find yourself at the center of conversations and possibly being looked to as a group spokesperson or mediator. This is an excellent day for networking events, friend gatherings, or community engagement where your gift of gab can create meaningful connections. For spiritual growth, the influence of Neptune in Aries is stimulating your intuition, perhaps bringing flashes of insight or spontaneous knowing. Combined with Saturn in Pisces, there's an invitation to build structure around your spiritual practices rather than keeping them abstract or theoretical. Consider how you might document your spiritual insights through journaling or creative expression. The primary challenge to watch for today comes from the Mars in Cáncer square to your Gemini energy. This could manifest as emotional reactions clouding your usually clear thinking, particularly when feeling personally threatened or insecure. Family matters might demand attention when you'd rather be pursuing intellectual interests. Try to recognize when your defensive reactions are being triggered and pause before responding. Today's greatest opportunities come from Jupiter's expansive presence in your sign, bringing growth to projects that utilize your natural gifts. Mercury in Aries provides the courage to express ideas you might usually keep to yourself, while the supportive Sun helps you shine in leadership roles. Look for chances to teach, share information, or connect people with similar interests. Your ability to bridge different perspectives is your superpower today. For maximum benefit from today's energies, use the morning hours, when the Virgo moon is most active, for organizing tasks and planning your approach. The middle of the day brings peak Aries Sun energy, making it ideal for meetings and presentations. Evening hours highlight Mercury's influence, excellent for writing, important conversations, or social media activity. Your power affirmation for April 9th. I communicate my truth with clarity and purpose, balancing flexibility with commitment. Lucky elements today include the colors yellow and orange, the numbers 5 and 14, and locations where ideas are exchanged, like libraries, coffee shops, or innovative workspaces. To summarize, Gemini, April 9, 2025, offers you a day of intellectual stimulation, social connection, and potential growth through balancing your natural duality. Your mental agility is your greatest asset today, but finding ways to ground your brilliant ideas through practical application will bring the most satisfying results. Use your gift of adaptability wisely, and remember that even the most scattered thoughts can find purpose when directed with intention. The stars are speaking your language today. Make the most of their cosmic conversation. For Gemini, on April 9, 2025, the planetary positions create a fascinating cosmic landscape that significantly impacts your mental agility and communication style. Mercury, your ruling planet, finds itself in Aries, creating a powerful surge of intellectual energy and quick thinking that feels both natural and intensified. This position encourages bold declarations and spontaneous ideas that may surprise even yourself. With Mercury forming a favorable sextile to Jupiter in Aquarius, your thoughts expand beyond their usual boundaries, bringing flashes of inspiration particularly related to future plans and innovative concepts. The Sun, currently positioned in Aries, occupies your 11th house of social connections and future aspirations, casting a bright light on collaborative efforts and highlighting your role within group dynamics. This solar energy amplifies your natural networking abilities and draws attention to the value you bring to teams and organizations. The Sun's trine to Saturn in Sagittarius adds a constructive element of discipline to your normally flexible approach, helping you transform abstract ideas into concrete realities. Meanwhile, the moon in Cancer transits your third house of communication, creating an interesting emotional undertone to your interactions. You may find yourself more sentimentally attached to your ideas and words today, with memories and past associations coloring your perspective. This lunar position forms a square to Uranus in Aries, suggesting unexpected emotional revelations may disrupt your usual thought patterns potentially in enlightening ways if you remain open to them. Venus, positioned in Pisces in your career sector, casts a gentle, magnetic glow over your professional presence. This placement softens your approach to authority figures and enhances your creative problem-solving abilities in workplace scenarios. Venus forms a lovely sextile to Pluto in Capricorn, suggesting that charm and diplomacy will be powerful tools for transformation in your public life today. Mars, the planet of action and drive, currently navigates through Taurus in your 12th house of the subconscious. This creates an interesting dynamic where your energy feels somewhat contained or working behind the scenes. You might find yourself driven by subtle motivations you can't fully articulate, but that nevertheless push you forward. This Mars position suggests power in thoughtful, methodical approaches rather than your typical quick-start tendencies. Jupiter, the planet of expansion and opportunity, continues its journey through Aquarius in your 9th house of higher mind and adventure. This position greatly amplifies your natural curiosity and thirst for understanding systems and patterns. With Jupiter forming a trine to your sun sign, philosophical breakthroughs and expanded perspectives feel especially accessible and invigorating today. Saturn in Sagittarius occupies your 7th house of partnerships and relationships, bringing structure and responsibility to your interpersonal commitments. This position challenges your sometimes non-committal tendencies, but rewards consistent effort in maintaining balanced exchanges. Saturn's retrograde motion suggests revisiting relationship agreements and responsibilities that may have been overlooked. Uranus in Aries continues its revolutionary journey through your 11th house, bringing unexpected developments within your social circle and potentially introducing you to unusual individuals who stimulate your intellectual curiosity. This position supports breaking free from groupthink and embracing your most authentic, even eccentric, contributions. Neptune in Pisces occupies your 10th house of career and public reputation, casting both inspiration and occasional confusion over your professional direction. Today's sextile between Neptune and Mercury enhances your creative thinking and ability to envision possibilities others miss, though discernment remains essential regarding which ideas to pursue concretely. Pluto in Capricorn continues its transformative journey through your 8th house of shared resources and intimate bonds, gradually restructuring your approach to investments, debts, and emotional exchanges. Today's aspects to Pluto enhance your ability to recognize hidden motivations, both your own and others, particularly in financial and intimate matters. The North Node in Libra occupies your 5th house of creativity and self-expression, suggesting that your evolutionary path involves balancing your communicative gifts with increased attention to aesthetic harmony and diplomatic presentation. The South Node in Aries points to releasing impulsive communication that might overwhelm others. Chiron, the wounded healer, in Taurus forms a quincunx to your sun sign, highlighting tension between your mental agility and need for material security. This aspect invites healing around fears of instability that might otherwise limit your intellectual exploration. The asteroid Juno in Cancer forms a conjunction with today's moon, emphasizing commitments related to family, home, and emotional foundations. Communications about domestic matters carry extra weight and significance today. Overall, for Gemini on April 9, 2025, the planetary positions create a dynamic interplay between your natural mental flexibility and a cosmic invitation toward greater structure and depth. The Mercury-Jupiter sextile particularly supports expanding your ideas through collaborative ventures, while the Cancer moon reminds you that even the most brilliant concepts require emotional intelligence to be effectively communicated. Today's skies encourage you to channel your characteristic versatility into focused directions that align with your authentic self-expression and longer-term vision. April 9th, 2025 presents a fascinating communication landscape for you, Gemini. With Mercury forming a sextile to Jupiter in your sector of higher thinking, your mind is exceptionally sharp, and your words carry extra weight today. Ideas flow with remarkable clarity, making this an excellent day for presentations, important conversations, or creative writing projects. The moon's position in Aquarius enhances your innovative thinking, allowing you to express concepts that might normally seem too abstract or complex. You're able to translate complicated ideas into accessible language, a true gift of yours that shines especially bright today. Venus and Mars are creating an interesting dynamic in your communication houses, suggesting that your words carry both charm and assertiveness. Be mindful not to come across as overly aggressive when making your points, as there's a thin line between confidence and dominance in your expression today. A notable Neptune aspect indicates potential for miscommunications around financial or shared resource matters. Double-check details in any money-related conversations and avoid making promises that might be difficult to keep. Written communications in particular benefit from extra proofreading today. Uranus is enhancing your ability to think outside conventional boundaries, potentially leading to breakthrough ideas or solutions to ongoing problems. Your mental agility is remarkable, allowing you to pivot quickly between topics in conversation while maintaining depth and insight. For Geminis working in creative fields, today marks a uniquely productive period where your self-expression finds perfect alignment with audience reception. Ideas that have been percolating in your subconscious may suddenly find perfect verbal or written form. Digital communications receive a boost from a favorable Mercury-Uranus aspect, making this an ideal day for social media engagement, online presentations, or virtual networking. Your digital charisma is heightened, allowing your authentic voice to shine through even in text-based interactions. The sun in Aries continues to energize your house of social connections, suggesting that group discussions and collaborative projects will particularly benefit from your input today. Your ability to synthesize different viewpoints and articulate a unified vision makes you an invaluable team member or leader. Saturn's influence reminds you to choose your words with care in professional settings. While you're brimming with ideas and enthusiasm, maintaining appropriate boundaries in workplace communications will serve you well. Authority figures are particularly receptive to well-structured proposals today. For Geminis in educational pursuits, your capacity for absorbing and sharing information is heightened. Teaching, learning, and intellectual exchanges flow naturally, with your curiosity driving meaningful conversations that expand your horizons. A subtle Pluto aspect suggests that some communications today may have deeper implications than initially apparent. Listen for what's not being said in important conversations, as subtext carries significant meaning. Your natural intuition about people's true intentions is enhanced. Challenging aspects between Mercury and Mars in the later hours might introduce some impatience or irritability in your communication style. Be mindful of this shift, and perhaps save more sensitive conversations for tomorrow when your diplomatic skills will be more naturally accessible. In romantic conversations, you're likely to experience a beautiful blend of intellectual connection and emotional understanding. Partners appreciate your ability to articulate feelings that might normally remain unspoken, creating opportunities for deeper bonding through meaningful dialogue. For single Geminis, your verbal charm is particularly magnetic today. Conversations initiated now could spark interesting connections, especially when you allow your authentic curiosity about others to guide your questions rather than performing or impressing. Writing projects benefit from an unusually clear channel between your thoughts and your ability to express them. If you've been experiencing writer's block, Today offers a breakthrough window where ideas translate smoothly into words, particularly for creative or persuasive writing. Public speaking opportunities should be embraced confidently. Your natural dynamism, combined with today's enhanced clarity, makes for compelling presentations. Audiences will follow your intellectual journey with ease as your thoughts progress logically while maintaining engaging spontaneity. In family communications, you serve as an effective mediator today, helping translate between different perspectives and finding common ground where others see only differences. Your diplomatic skills help resolve ongoing misunderstandings, particularly between generations. Technology serves as an effective tool for self-expression today rather than a hindrance. Digital platforms amplify your voice and help you connect with like-minded individuals who appreciate your unique perspective and communication style. As the day concludes, take time to journal your thoughts. The insights flowing through you deserve documentation, as they may contain seeds of important projects or relationships that will develop in coming weeks. Your words today have staying power. Gemini, use them wisely and watch what they grow into. April 9th, 2025 presents Gemini natives with a fascinating financial landscape as Mercury forms a favorable trine with Jupiter. This planetary alignment opens doors to unexpected monetary opportunities, particularly through communication channels and intellectual endeavors. Your ruling planet Mercury, stationed in Aries, creates a dynamic environment where quick thinking translates into financial gain. The morning hours between 9 a.m. and noon prove especially productive for pitching ideas or negotiating deals. With the moon in Libra forming a harmonious sextile to your sign, collaborative financial ventures receive cosmic support today. Look for opportunities that involve partnerships rather than solo endeavors. The Venus-Saturn square suggests some financial decisions may require more scrutiny than usual. What glitters isn't necessarily gold today, especially regarding quick investment schemes or impulse purchases. Jupiter's position in the wealth sector of your chart amplifies financial intuition, making this an excellent day to review investment portfolios or explore new passive income streams. Pay particular attention to digital assets and technology-related investments as Uranus in Taurus continues to revolutionize traditional value systems. The third house activation suggests that local connections and networking might yield unexpected financial benefits. Perhaps a conversation with a neighbor or sibling could lead to a lucrative opportunity. Communications regarding money matters flow smoothly today, but Mercury's approaching square to Pluto warns against revealing too much about your financial strategies to casual acquaintances. Writing, speaking, or creating content could generate surprising income today, as your intellectual gifts are especially marketable under current planetary influences. Financial documents signed today carry favorable energy, though reading the fine print remains essential with Neptune's subtle influence in the background. Unexpected funds may arrive from a forgotten source, perhaps a rebate, refund, or payment you weren't anticipating. Afternoon hours favor financial planning rather than immediate action, as the moon's void-of-course period suggests potential delays in monetary matters initiated later in the day. Consider diversifying income streams today, as the planetary pattern supports multiple revenue channels rather than focusing on just one source. A conversation with a financial advisor or mentor could prove particularly insightful under today's Mercury-Jupiter trine. Gemini entrepreneurs receive cosmic support for launching new services, especially those involving communication, information sharing, or education. The eighth house activation suggests potential gains through other people's resources, perhaps a grant, loan approval, or joint venture opportunity appears. While not the ideal day for major purchases, smaller investments in your professional development yield significant returns. Current astrological patterns suggest reconsidering a financial opportunity. You previously dismissed circumstances have changed in your favor. Mars in your solar 11th house energizes networking activities that lead to financial connections, a professional organization, or online community might provide valuable financial intelligence today. Technology purchases made today generally fare well, particularly those that enhance your productivity or communication capabilities. Trust your intellectual analysis over emotional reactions when evaluating financial propositions. Today, Mercury's strength gives you clear insight into complex monetary matters. Afternoon aspects favor reviewing subscription services and recurring payments. You'll likely identify areas where funds can be redirected more productively. Financial conversations with partners flow constructively today, making this an excellent time to discuss shared resources or budgeting concerns. Unexpected expenses related to transportation or communication devices might arise, but Jupiter's beneficial aspect helps provide solutions without significant stress. Consider establishing automatic savings protocols today as the planetary energies support systems that require minimal ongoing attention. Economic news might contain hidden opportunities that especially favor Gemini's analytical abilities read between the lines of financial reports. Your persuasive abilities peak today, making this an excellent time to negotiate rates, request raises, or pitch fee increases to clients. A modest but meaningful financial breakthrough occurs through intellectual property or information-based assets you've developed previously. April 9, 2025 presents a particularly vibrant day for Gemini natives, with several cosmic forces aligning to create pockets of good fortune in specific life areas. With Mercury, your ruling planet, forming a harmonious trine with Jupiter, your natural communication abilities receive a significant boost. Your words carry extra weight today, making this an exceptionally fortunate time for presentations, important discussions, negotiations, or any situation requiring persuasive communication. The cosmic energy supports your ability to express complex ideas with clarity and charm. The influence of the Sun in fellow air sign Aquarius creates a particularly fortunate energy around group endeavors and collaborative projects. Team settings where your quick thinking and versatility can shine become avenues for unexpected opportunities and recognition. Don't shy away from offering innovative ideas in meetings or group discussions. Your intellectual contributions are likely to be well received and remembered. Your ninth house of expansion receives beneficial aspects, making higher learning, publishing, and cross-cultural connections areas of particular good fortune. If you've been considering taking a course, submitting written work, or connecting with people from different backgrounds, today's energy strongly supports these initiatives. Academic pursuits especially receive cosmic favor, with retention and comprehension at peak levels. Technology and digital communication stand out as especially fortunate domains today. Online networking, virtual presentations, social media initiatives, or tech-related projects receive cosmic support and protection. This is an excellent day to launch a digital project, update your online presence, or make important connections through technology platforms. Your networks and social circles become fountains of opportunity today. Casual conversations with acquaintances could unexpectedly lead to fortunate outcomes. A friend of a friend might mention an opportunity perfectly suited to your talents and interests. Keep conversations flowing at social gatherings, as seemingly random exchanges could yield valuable leads. Short trips and local movement come under fortunate stars today. Even simple changes to your routine, like taking a different route or visiting a new local establishment, could result in serendipitous encounters or discoveries. Consider exploring unfamiliar parts of your neighborhood or community. Fortune favors the curious Gemini today. Intellectual pursuits of all kinds receive cosmic blessing. Your capacity for learning and information processing is enhanced, making this an ideal day for research, study, or tackling complex mental challenges. Your ability to connect seemingly unrelated concepts could lead to breakthrough insights with fortunate implications. For Geminis involved in writing, journalism, content creation, or media work, today marks a particularly fortunate window. Your words seem to find their target with unusual precision, and creative blocks dissolve under today's influences. If you've been struggling with a writing project, expect a flow of inspiration and clarity. Sibling relationships and connections with peers show exceptional promise today. A conversation with a brother, sister, or close colleague might reveal information or opportunities you wouldn't have discovered otherwise. These relationships serve as fortunate conduits for growth and advancement. Financial opportunities appear particularly through communication-related ventures or short-term projects requiring mental agility. Your quick thinking could position you to capitalize on a time-sensitive opportunity others might miss. Trust your intellectual instincts when it comes to resource allocation today. Health-wise, activities involving breath work, vocalization, or hand-eye coordination bring the greatest benefits. Consider practices that engage both your physical and mental faculties. Simultaneously, certain forms of yoga, tai chi, or even singing can prove especially beneficial and renewing. For Geminis seeking romance, intellectual connection serves as your most fortunate pathway today. Environments that stimulate the mind, bookstores, lectures, museums, or educational events could unexpectedly become venues for meaningful romantic encounters or deepening existing bonds through shared intellectual curiosity. The latter part of the day shows particular promise for fortunate developments through unexpected messages or communications. Keep your devices charged and notifications enabled. An email, call, or message arriving after 4 p.m. could contain particularly fortunate news or opportunities aligned with your goals. Gemini,